Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Blue with me, your host, John Garcia. Now, last time we went and caught the legendary bird of ice, that is to say, Articuno. So today, we're going to capture the next I'm going to turn it up a bit. Legendary Pokemon. Now, this is right near the Flash Tunnel where we had to use, Flash to get through the tunnel. That one. But if you go off to the side, there's an abandoned power plant. Well, we might as well fight this guy. You could fight this guy as soon as you got Surf, so he's probably going to be a little bit lower level than what we're used to seeing, but that's fine. Basically, from here on out, well, no, I guess trainers do get a little harder. But yeah, basically, there's a lot of things you can do when you surf, and I just didn't bother going to all of them. I'm putting Winterisa in front because I'm sick and tired of Winterisa being so gosh darn cute. Because I want her to get more powerful, you know. And we can handle a Lickitung fine, whatever. It's just a Lickitung. This next Pokemon should be a little easier to catch, and I've also made it so that my recording's a little longer in case it does take that long. Because I'm going to try and go through the whole place, and besides, capture the legendary bird in this episode, which means this episode might be a little late for the night. It might be after midnight, but, well, you guys know if it is anyway, because, yeah, that's kind of a pointless thing to say. Defense curl? Oh no, your defense rose slightly. You're still at very low HP, and I can take you out easily with a payday. You didn't do any damage to me. Congratulations, Lickitung. Meanwhile, I defeated Pokemaniac. I'm not angry. Yes, you are. Don't even. Anyway, today I thought I would talk to you guys a bit about Indiana, who we're not going to be using much here because this is the power plant. I don't know why it has standard dungeon music, and did I not use a repel? Pikachu! Pika-pee! Pika-pee-pee! Pikachu! Okay, that was sufficiently annoying. I'm gonna put up a repel so that I don't run into wild, weak Pokemon who are just gonna make this episode take even longer than it will. But first I'm gonna make that Pikachu pay. Pay-day, that is. Just ignore me, folks. Winterisa grew to level 41. No, not yet. One more level, and then Winterisa will get one of the best moves in the game. For at least, I mean, it's no Blizzard or Amnesia or anything, but it's a pretty good move. I'll just say that, and I'll tell you guys why in dedicated episode talking about it. But today I thought I'd talk about Indiana, our first Pokemon. And, of course, that makes him a very close friend of mine. Indiana we found when he was just a little Squirtle. Cute as a button. Or cute as a turtle squirrel thing. Yeah, that. Oh no! Bzzzt! Why'd the Pokeball make a noise? That's because it's secretly a Voltorb! That's right, these are Pokemon who look like a different kind of Pokemon. Or who look like a Pokeball. So that, oops, you picked one up. But here's the thing, Voltorb's supposed to be like, I forget, like 3 feet high? How could you confuse that with a Pokeball? Plus, it has eyes, I mean, come on. It's supposed to be like 3 feet tall, has eyes, I think it weighs more than like a Pokeball should, so, how, you're gonna mistake that for a Pokeball? Way to go, my trainer, my character's dumb. No offense to my trainer. Or to anyone in the audience who cannot speak. Anyway, that's what I was saying. Indiana, we caught as a very, very young. In fact, Indiana, I believe, is the youngest on our team, despite being fully evolved, Blastoise now. But, as far as, physical age, how many times it's been around the sun, Indiana is very young. Which is, it's kind of adorable now, because you see him and he's gotten so big, and you think, well, this guy, oh no! Self-destruct. That is pretty much Voltorb's signature move. Oh wow! Did not kill me, though. I'm kind of surprised by that, but, I'm not complaining. Anyway, will that be enough? that'll be fine, whatever. You know, we've got plenty of revives and stuff in case it's not. But basically, because Indiana's so young, you know, you'd think being the oldest member, or the team who's been, the member who's been on the team even longer, look at Electro, doesn't even look anything like a Pokeball now. And laziest design ever. I don't care what you say, I hate Electrode's design. It's just, you know what, I'll bring out Indiana, because I don't think Electrode has any electric type attacks. But just look at that design, it's so bad. It's just eyes on an upside down Pokeball, like they already did the Pokeball thing. An Electrode is already a word. It's just, it's like what you'd expect a child to draw on their face with lead-based paint. Wow, that was some dark humor for this. Anyway, notice they spell elixir wrong. I think so. At least if Final Fantasy spells it right, then they spell it wrong. But basically, you'd think that being the member who's been on the team for the longest, Indiana would be the one who's, you know, helping new team members get accustomed to my training style, you know, letting them know the ropes. But really, that role's more gone to Johnson, actually, because Johnson is so much more mature. You know, we discussed Johnson. So he's a businessman. He's had to take on a lot of responsibility from a fairly young age. But he's been around the block, despite his appearance. You know, he's been around the block a few times. So, you know, when you have someone like Johnson on a team, you know that team's going to get together. You know that team's going to have a lot of fun. And you know that, holy crap, Vinterisa just survived that. Actually, if Vinterisa survives enough of these, we might be getting a level up in this episode, which would be great. I'd be fine with that, you know. Vinterisa recovered by 91. That's almost a million. Oh, come on. So anyway, Indiana being is you know, the Pokemon who's closest to me really is Indiana, but also you know, kind of the team kid. Like even Vinterisa has, you know, who's silly sometimes. We'll get into that more. It just has been around the block more. You know, Indiana's a big guy, and he's a reliable guy, but he's just kind of young. And so with that, you know, he doesn't quite know who he is. I mean, I named him. Obviously, I named him, as opposed to some of the other Pokemon who came with their names already, such as Johnson. Already named Johnson. I don't know what his first name is. But, you know, he already came with that name, and, you know, I let him keep it. Indiana, on the other hand, didn't have a name, really, when I got him. I mean, he was just, oh, I think that's Thunderbolt. No, we already got Thunderbolt. What is Team 25? Well, we'll see. Bzzzt. Oh, I guess we won't see, because the question answer was wrong, according to the buzzer. Wild Voltorb appeared. Yeah, he did. Voltorb, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Do-do-do-do-do. Don't you self-destruct. We gotta. Dang it. But anyway, as I was saying, Indiana, very young, but always looking to prove himself. As I was saying, I named him Indiana because, you know, he reminded me because he was so adventurous. You know, as a little Squirtle, he was just, you know, he'd always be, you know, running around, playing, just having the time of his life. Like, if there's anyone who knows how to have fun on the team, it's Indiana. And Indiana really, like, it's ridiculous because he's grown up so fast from, you know, being on the team. But he's still young at heart, so, like, you see this giant sea turtle, you know, with cannons sticking out of his back, and it's just, you know, it's romping around, chasing a ball with Vinterisa, you know? It's having the time of its life. So Indiana's really a nice kid, you know, and really you must call him a kid. But at the same time, he's lived up to his namesake, you know, Indiana Jones, or even, I don't know, the state. The state's alright, I guess. But, you know, he's really, he's a guy who... you know, he's always ready. He's always ready for whatever comes his way, and he's always looking, you know, to experience new things. And that's great to have in a team member, especially one as young as him, because, you know, just what can you say? What bad can? Oh, come on, critical hit. What can you say is wrong with someone who's just, you know, everything that happens to them, they look at it and they say, you know what? I'm gonna roll with it. I'm gonna have a fun time with that. And, you know, if you don't like it, whatever, we're fine. Whatever, it's cool. He's just so easygoing. And, you know, there's that naivety that you know, comes sometimes with young age, which, you know, I'm not personally, you know, I'm a big cynic. I'm not gonna be, you know, running around saying, hey guys, why don't we do this and this and this? But, you know, we need someone like that on the team. And when it comes to responsibility, sure, Indiana's not that. When it comes to reliability, Indiana's fine. That's all I really need in a team member. Is not, I don't need, you know, everybody to be this stuck up, you know, seasoned warrior. You know, some people I just need to be there, just in, you know, keep us happy, keep us, you know, keep us going on with our lives. And Indiana's fun. That's really all we need. And you know, he does it. He does it fine. Really, I couldn't ask for a better team member. But with that, I think we're gonna come across Zapdos pretty soon. Oh, we better, because dang, this is taking a long time. I didn't even notice how long this has been taking. Maybe I should have started when I was already in the power plant. Or skipped the trainer or something. Ah, oh wow. Well, Zapdos should be a little easier to capture than Articuno. And if he's not, oh well. Let's see. Let's bite the heck out of this Electrode. Bite, bite, bite. Nom, nom, nom. Arr. Actually, should probably switch to Indiana. Yeah, I'm gonna switch to Indiana so that he can take a self-destruct. I mean, we've already proven he can take a self-destruct. Indiana is tough, and you know what? Not afraid to get his hands dirty. That's what's so great about him. You're never gonna find a more adventurous guy. And it's funny because, like, you know, he used to traipse around with his little fedora and his little whip, and, you know, be Indiana Jones and all this stuff, and pretend he was a hero. But now he doesn't even need it. I mean, he got his little water gun. That was his first taste of power. But now, I mean, he's shooting big cannons of water out at you. He's making blizzards. Like, you want me to tell you who's grown up on this team? That's Indiana. You want me to tell you who I would trust in any situation on this team? Well, Rhinosaur, but you know, Indiana all the way. Let's save, because as you all know, it's hard to capture these Pokemon. Zapdos is a little easier to capture than Articuno, or so I've heard. Also, should be easier because of our team. Now you might think I'm crazy for putting Indiana out. Oh, well that's convenient. Putting Indiana out front, but I'm thinking probably can take a hit. Zapdos looks so cool, by the way. Zap, obviously, and Dose, because, you know, Uno Dos. See what you did there? In this sprite, it has, like, 2 fingers in the front, but it doesn't really. Anyways, Zapdos, great thing about it, really sucky move pool when you first get it, but then learn some good moves. So it's like, it can't hurt me much now, but, like, if I was to raise it, it'd be doing fine. And see, that was not a good idea, because Drill Peck is not going to do as much as Thunderbolt did. The great thing also is that, it's got, I believe, don't quote me on this, its moves are Agility, Drill Peck, Thunder Shock, and that's basically it. Which is, you know, that's great, because that means, that Rhinosaur can basically take anything he can dish out. So I'm happy with that. In this game, Zapdos has a little bit. Oh, I should have just used Thunderbolt and tried to. Do I want to risk a Thunderbolt? I can always reset, but then that takes so long. Oh, I can't do it. I can't even risk it. I should have used a slightly stronger move. I'm gonna risk Johnson doing a Fury attack and hope that it doesn't do too much. You know, hope that I don't get a 5-er. Come on. Oh, okay, that's good. That's fine. You know what? Zapdos should be a little easier to catch. I didn't get a status on it. But you know what? Here's hoping. I'm just going to throw some Great Balls and hope that I hit him. Nope. Nope. Don't turn into a rage, John. You don't want this to repeat what happened last time. Anyway, okay. So now we're going to wall him out. Rhinosaur all the way. Really? Zapdos can do nothing against Rhino. Well, Drill Peck. But that will barely do anything. Like, let's be realistic here. I think once I start hitting him with the balls, that's context is everything, everyone. Once I start hitting him, he'll keep being captured. So I just need to waste these until it actually like attempts to capture him. So I'm a little calmer now because I know that's got a slightly higher catch rate than Articuno. and that it can't hurt me as much as Articuno. Articuno could take out anyone on my team in a one-on-one battle. Well, when you give him a lot of turns, obviously. Ooh, what am I gonna name Zapdos? Crap. Actually, interesting. In the Japanese version, Zapdos' name is Thunders, with an S at the end. But the Pokemon Jolteon, which, if you're familiar with Pokemon, you know what it is. But I don't think it's shown on the actual on this channel. But Jolteon's name was Thunda, so they were only different by one letter. So, that's good that there are much more original names from the localization team. And just, Freezer and Thunder, like, that's, I mean, come on. I guess that's cool because, whatever, they have, they're different, it's a different language, so no one's really going to notice. But I really should have healed Rhinosaurus from a point, shouldn't I? Crap. I'll heal him on Smitty's turn. When I send Smitty out, because realistically, who's gonna be the only one left? Rhinosaur. I mean, Onibi's good and all, but Onibi's not gonna be able to stand up against this. The great thing about Zapdos is, it's electric type, but electric's only weakness is ground, and since it's flying type, grounded types don't even hit it. Like, nothing's gonna hurt the Zapdos except for ice and rock, because those are good against flying. And electric's good against flying, but because Zapdos is an electric type, there goes that out the door. You're not gonna do anything. He's just gonna wreck you up, drill you with his pecking beak of peckness, and yep, super high attack. But nothing's gonna stand against Rhino's walliness. I mean, did you see how long Rhino stood in there? And this is when this is when I'm just lobbing balls, not even paying attention to his health. That context. Really wish I could have paralyzed or frozen him, because I tell you what, a frozen or paralyzed Zapdos would be in the ball 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10. Yeah, 10 times out of 10. That's right. Come on, don't miss the one. So anyway, like I was saying, Indiana's really evolved. I don't mean that. I didn't mean to make a pun there, but I guess it works because he's evolved twice, and he's become a really good cornerstone on the team, but hasn't lost the fun. Like, sometimes, gets tired a little earlier in the evening, because he's technically he's an adult, but he's still got that, that youthful kind of playful attitude that really every team needs something like that, and we have a lot of fun in our Pokemon team. Okay, yeah. See, this is why people really like Rhydon and Rhyhorn. I was gonna say Rhyhorn and Rhyhorn's evolution, but Rhyhorn's evolution is Rhydon. So, spoiler alert. Come on, stop mixing, please. Not that I'm getting nervous that I'll run out of time or anything, but come on. Don't Thundershock me, I'll Thundershock you with my Thundershock abilities that I totally have. Yeah. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, come on. Oops. No, don't want to use any of those. Any of those will destroy Zapdos, and I don't want that. I want to, in the 3 minutes of recording time I have left, wow, this is going to be the longest episode yet. I want to capture the Zapdos, or die trying, or both capture and die trying. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Oh, come on. I think Ultra Ball should have a little higher chance of hitting him, but he's not at that sliver of health, and we don't have anything to get him that sliver of health. Attacks that are weak against him, like what, grass? I mean, Zapdos outspeeds Smitty 10 times out of 10. We're not gonna be able to, we're not gonna be able to get a grass hit in on. Jeez, this is really frustrating. Okay, now we need to heal again. We can do this, guys. We can do this. You know what? You know why? Because I believe in Rhino's abilities to wall, and I believe in my own abilities to throw a ball at a flying bird of thunder. I think, like you notice, like I titled the last episode the Rock of Ice or whatever, because in addition to like actual birds they're based on, like it's some sort of dove or something that Articuno is based off. I think Zapdos is a hummingbird. Like if you see the wing designs and the long beak. Excuse me there. But they're also built based on mythological figures. Zapdos is the Thunderbird of Native American lore, so that's cool. And what's his face? Frieza, King Cold, is based on the Rock, which was this giant ice-covered bird. I might have to skip some of this just to save on time. So we'll see how much I have to cut out. Darn. Ooh, I don't know if I can directly cut that out, though. You know what? Okay, well, I'll cut to when I capture Zapdos, okay? Dang it. Am I really gonna use all of them? All of them? Every single one? Every single Pokeball? Like, look at this sliver of health. I'm gonna use every single Pokeball. Guys, if I don't capture him in the next, like, 2 minutes, whatever, I'm just gonna open up next episode with me capturing him, however long it takes. So, there you go. I'll see you guys later.